Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blue Steel Mindfulness. This is Patrick, and I'm here for your weekly reading. We will do a Celtic Cross. It's been a long time since I've done one of those, so if you're familiar with that, you'll know exactly what this is about. If not, you'll kind of get a sense as to what we want to look at. But it's pretty thorough. So we'll jump right into it here, and we're going to check and see what our current energy is, future state, kind of what's coming at us, where we've been, and a few other things. So let's just jump right into it here. We will use the Morgan Greer Tarot deck, and we'll start with your current energy. So your current energy, we have the Eight of Swords. That's being crossed by the Queen of Swords. So two swords. In the area of your recent past, you have the Six of Pentacles. In the area of the conscious mind, we have the Ten of Cups. In the area of the subconscious mind, we have the Ace of Wands. Okay, what's coming towards you in the near future is the Queen of Wands, or Rods, as they call it in this particular deck. I'm going to back the camera up a little bit for a little additional space. You are being represented by the Knight of Wands. The personal situation coming towards you is the Eight of Wands. In the area of your hopes and dreams, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Well, that seems really appropriate, doesn't it? And then in the area of the outcome, that's an interesting one with the Five of Swords. Okay, so we'll see if we can unpack that a little bit more here and get some more information. So in the area of your current energy, we have the Eight of Swords, and we have the cross by the Queen of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is all about being in your head. So it could be like you're tied up, maybe you're mentally focus on something, and it's kind of like taking over your world is kind of what I'm just getting. You're so absorbed with something that you're thinking about. You might be missing something else going on, but you're looking for some clarity, or maybe some clarity is coming in. The Queen of Swords, she's pretty confident. She's a planner. She is somebody who is consciously aware of what's going on. She articulates well and communicates clearly. So this could be, there could be some communication or some clarity coming to you that will address some of this, whatever you've been in your head about. So whether or not you've been in your head about agonizing over a job, or I'm getting kind of like a relationship. And it doesn't necessarily mean like a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever kind of relationship, but maybe something, maybe you think somebody is concerned, worried, upset with you, or maybe you feel like you've upset somebody, and now you've been kind of concerned, or it's been kind of consuming your thoughts. Okay, or maybe you're just thinking that. You might be getting some clarity too, because maybe frankly you just don't understand exactly why this particular person is feels that way, or might be upset, or might not be pleased with you at the time. So you might be getting some clarity on that front. Okay, as far as the recent past, we have the Six of Pentacles here. So this is all about like recognition, but also a gratitude, right? So this is about like, hey, we're feeling grateful for what we have. We're sharing it with others. So hey, as we come into the holiday season, like this could be your mentality going through it, right? Maybe someone has been generous with you. And remember, generosity doesn't necessarily always tie to dollars and presents and that kind of thing. People can be very generous with their time, with their resources, whatever they have to offer that could be particularly beneficial to you. So if there's been somebody who's been, or generous with you, it's probably time for you to kind of, maybe you've expressed that, maybe you've experienced that. And, I think whenever we express, as we all know from the law of attraction studies and others, and whether it be Joe Murray, Neville Goddard, Abraham Hicks, or others, they always talk about the power of gratitude. And the power of gratitude, when we express gratitude for something, we generally feel good about it, right? Because like we're feeling grateful for whatever we got. But that also puts out in the universe, like, I want more of this. So the universe and like your subconscious mind, like, oh, okay, we want more of this. This is a good thing. This is good. We want that. Whereas the subconscious mind doesn't necessarily differentiate between good and bad and, whatever. So definitely something to kind of keep in mind there. In the area of your conscious mind, you're focused on the Ten of Cups, or maybe you're feeling very good about a particular relationship. And maybe that's tying into this, like, or maybe you're in your head over. Okay, so this is making a little bit more sense. So maybe you've been in your head about a particular relationship, but you're really thinking about this. Like, you're like, oh, you just have this ideal lifestyle, this ideal relationship kind of in your mind. The Ten of Cups is all about having achieved a complete and full emotional fulfillment. in a relationship. This is the family life. This is the security and everything that comes with it. This is the partnership. You can see they're almost like locked arm in arm here. And there's just rainbows flowing into this particular cup, or flowing out of the cup, whichever direction it's going in. That's probably kind of like where your mind is at, kind of like really what you're looking for. In the area of your subconscious mind, though, you know, this is the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Rods here. This is all about passions. It's about a brand new beginning. Some would also call this the sex card, because it's usually like a burst of you know, energy and excitement and enthusiasm, and I think that's why we call it, why many refer to it as the sex card. So this is the area of your subconscious mind. So your subconscious mind is alert and aware of anything that excites you, and maybe there's excitement and anticipation. Maybe you've been using, you know, affirmations and things like that. Those are great things to use. Positive affirmations, I am statements, what you want to be, stated as you are it today. Okay, there's a lot of power in that, and you know, your subconscious mind here is kind of like focused on, you know, delivering to you whatever this particular burst of excitement and passion. Maybe this passion ties to this particular person with whom you currently feel a little bit of you're in your head about. Maybe you're overanalyzing, but you're really you're overanalyzing in your head, in your mind, in the conditions of the 3D reality. But the reality, or the true reality, is like it's complete emotional fulfillment. So on one hand, I am kind of thinking about some of the different channels I've listened to, even one on YouTube called Be Something Wonderful, where they talk about, you know, your reality this is the messy middle. Like, this is where we have all the conditions. This is where we have all the conditions. However, this is kind of like what you're experiencing and thinking about in your mind, okay? And this is what your subconscious mind knows and will bring into your existence. So you definitely want to be this is the alpha and the omega. This is passion and security and interest on both ends. This could be overly paying attention to the 3D, like what's going on around you, responding instead of being in control of whatever is going on around you. So with a particular relationship. So I know I'm kind of getting outside of the tarot realm and going into more like law of attraction kind of things. But that is just kind of what I'm feeling there. I am definitely feeling this is like the middle state. This is the responding to your 3D reality, kind of like what you're seeing, and it's a little frustrating. It might be kind of putting you in your head, but the reality is this is what's destined for you if you just continue to focus on this, okay? Now, in the area of your future state, we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Wands or Rods. I like wands. I don't want to call them rods. Most don't, so it kind of bothers me that this deck does, but I love the illustration so much that they use it. So the Queen of Wands, I mean, yeah, she is passionate. She is innovative. She is somebody who is pursuing things that she really enjoys. And she's holding this sunflower, and sunflowers, you know, are drawn to the sun. They're drawn to the warm, the positive energy, the light. Okay, so this could be you. This could be you, like breaking out of whatever you're doing. Like, get out. And this is really where we really start to thrive and vibe too, is when we're pursuing something that really interests us. And that's when we have the energy and the high vibe that really kind of resonates with those that we're destined to be in touch with and in connection with. And so if you're, you know, looking for a way to kind of free yourself, get out of your mind, this is say, hey, pursue, you know, this could be you kind of breaking out of this struggling mindset of things not going well for you, or overanalyzing what somebody's doing and why somebody said something or why somebody's not responding to you or whatever. You might be getting some clarity. You might be getting a little bit of clarity here on that, right? Now we get two queens, right? Queens are, you know, they're typically feminine energy, but they don't necessarily have to be, but they definitely are, they're definitely strong individuals within the tarot, okay? And they are emotionally mature. They are, you know, like the Queen of Swords, again, like a lot of clarity, a lot of expressive ideas. The Queen of Wands or Rods, I mean, she's a passionate player. She has a lot of interests, and she excels in these particular interests when she pursues them. So this could be you taking some of that clarity and kind of getting out and pursuing something. So if there's something you've been thinking about, right? if there's something you've been thinking about that you want to do, right? Kind of like me doing these tarot readings, right? I like to do these. It really is great for me to kind of explore and kind of be on video and be able to take a tarot deck, lay out a spread, and then just kind of run with whatever comes to me. And hopefully it resonates with some of you, and some of it will, and maybe not everybody, and that's okay. It is what it is. So, I think that's kind of like what this is saying here is like, get out and pursue something you're positive, you feel very energized and excited about, and that energy will magnetize others. So if there is somebody like this relationship here, like when you're really high vibe and you're really doing your thing and you're doing really well, you can be incredibly attractive. So that might be part of what the conclusion here is. As far as the card that represents you, we have the Knight of Rods. So this is typically a knight. Like the knights are like, they're all of a sudden energized, like, right? So if you're moving towards like this Queen of Rods, the knight comes before that, okay? So that this is like this first step of the way. But the knight, he is like, he's on horseback and he's typically moving quickly. So he kind of is like a act first, think later kind of one. But he's just so excited. So that could be you, but it can also be like a word of caution too, right? About like if you're lunging forward, you're leaping, taking the full leap, maybe think a little bit, but don't overthink it, okay? So just beware of finding a balance, right? We want to get you out of your head, overanalyzing, identifying conditions and things that make you feel insecure, expressing doubt, versus taking a leap and maybe moving too quickly. That might be, detrimental. However, whatever this personal situation coming at you is, it's coming in quick, okay? There's going to be very fast action. This could also be messages, right? So the Eight of Rods is messaging, okay? So it's typically known as being a messenger card. Here we have these 8 rods. Now, presumably, I almost see them as almost like something I would see in the sky, like a meteor or something. That's kind of how I think of these. Because I envision them like they're moving and they're shooting through the air. So it's like, it's something coming fast, okay? So if there is, if you do become magnetic and if you are pursuing something, you could find yourself being incredibly magnetic and maybe people and messages are coming at you fast, right? This could also be the fact that the opportunity that you're exploring or you're thinking about could move with expeditiously is the word that just came into my mind. For no particular reason, it could move expeditiously quickly. So, you might want to, for that reason, maybe that's partly why you'd be taking a leap of faith and moving quickly. So I would say this, as we come into the week, look for something could be happening and then maybe you need to make a decision very quickly, okay? Now, in the area of your hopes and dreams, I mean, of course, like this is kind of like what you're hoping for. Like the wheel, we're kind of, we're moving out of a sad phase. And then like we're moving out of this, moving towards this. I think that's certainly the hope, This is certainly the hope that we're moving kind of in this direction, I should really say, moving away from this to this. So that might be part of, what this card particularly means. And then when I look at the outcome, I mean, the outcome is a five of swords. So, right. So, hey, fives, you'd say, Jesus, this doesn't look that good. This doesn't look like a good outcome. It could be, things are moving in your direction. Maybe something's coming in fast and it's turning in your favor. This could just be a little bit of sadness. So like the outcome could be change. Fives are all about change, right? So I think when I talk about the outcome, I don't think this necessarily means like sadness, death, destruction, anything like that, okay? I just think it means change. There's going to be a change. There may be some nostalgia over a particular change. Change can be hard and change can be difficult. But that when we pursue something, we're kind of outside our comfort zone. That's really when we kind of excel and do very well. So that's kind of what I'm thinking there. But like we'll pull, like let's use this tarot deck. Let's use the Pride Collaborative deck. A wonderful deck of collaboratively designed and illustrated tarot cards. They are very non-traditional, so there are some variations. But it's done by a local, all local art. Well, I don't know how local they are, but artists in the LGBT and tarot space. So it's really quite an exciting and very, very unique deck. So let's see if we can get some clarity on. Let's get some clarity on the outcome. Let's just pull clarity for the outcome. Okay, so first card, clarity. is the King of Swords. Okay, so the King of Swords, I mean, he's a communicator, and he is very clear and concise, and he understands and knows what he wants. And so that could be you kind of illustrating. You could be the king here. You could be providing some of that clarity to someone else, and you may feel a little bit badly about it, but it's allowing you to kind of move on and move away from something. So if there's a need for you to clarify and kind of get something off your chest, so that you can find this particular happiness, this fulfillment, and move in the direction of something brand new and very exciting, if that's what you're really going to do. This could be you delivering the message. So he can be the communicator. This might not even actually be you. This could be you might be providing clarity and context on a particular thought or feeling. You might be actually telling somebody, this just isn't working, and it's just not making me feel good, and I need to make a change. Whether that be in a job, a work situation, a relationship, or something else, you might just be saying, hey, I can't do this anymore. The end result could be, this could be you walking away from them, or this could be like, that's what it could be here, is kind of like that kind of separation. That might sting a little bit. Maybe whoever you're separating from could be somebody who's been in your life for a very long time. Okay, they might be somebody, and that might be part of the being in your head. So if there's something that comes to light, and remember this, is that all of our relationships should help us to, should be generally aligned with helping us grow, evolve, and develop as people. We should have positive feelings and thoughts about these people and relationships overall. There are certain days, of course, that's not going to happen. But if it's a consistent thing, it might be the scenario where, you need to start looking and thinking about, like, where is this relationship going? So anyway, very interesting week. I'm excited for you with respect to the Ace of Wands, what's coming at you. It could be coming quickly. The Wheel of Fortune says things are going to be working out very clearly and very much in your favor. And hopefully it brings complete love and fulfillment to you. So anyways, hopefully this has been helpful. Drop any questions or comments in the comment section down below, and I'll be back again real soon.